excuse me, I also wanted to go live because I heard something today that was very impactful, which is the reason why I'm going live. So I was on another platform, and I think his name is Little Wayne. No, it's not Little Wayne. Gosh, what is his name? Country Wayne. His name is Country Wayne. And they were interviewing him because he is really big on YouTube. And the young lady who was interviewing him said, I went through your videos and counted all of the videos that you posted in 1 month. And this is what she's saying. But I want you to guess, you in YouTube land, I want you to guess how many long form videos you think Country Wayne uploaded in 1 month, in 30 days. I just want you to take a guess. I just want you to take a guess. Whatever you guess, that is not, no. Whatever you guess, that was not enough. Do you know how many long form videos that he posted in 1 month? 350. She said she counted. In 1 month, he posted 350 videos in 1 month. She said sometimes he would post every 30 minutes. So yes, that cannot be healthy. You are absolutely correct. And he also has a machine. I'm sure he has a whole production team. I'm sure he has, you know, actors. I'm sure he's got it all. But I said that not, even though I'm focusing on the number, but to come on here to encourage you to get started. And whatever you're doing, whatever you're thinking about doing, give it your all, no matter what it is. And so I know sometimes that once we get started, we do really good for a day or a week or a few weeks, and then we kind of, go back. No, I am not a therapist, but I have gone through many therapy sessions. I am a life coach though. I am a certified life coach who also continues to have a coach and who also does her own work. And so I spoke today. So I started off this YouTube talking about Country Wayne, who posts in 1 month, he posted 350 videos. And so what so in addition to that, I I did a talk today. And the talk was about number one, finding your purpose and the process of being broken. Because sometimes when we go through situations and just life, period, we go through transitions. And sometimes those transitions, because we've never been through them before, we end up feeling lost. We don't know what to do. And we may be the only person who has gone through the thing that are going through that we know. And I just wanted to encourage you that if you are in that moment of transition, that there's a reason for it. And maybe the reason might be that eventually you will find your purpose as a result of going through whatever it is that you are going through. Because sometimes in order for us to be able to connect with someone else. We have to go through so we can know who it is in our tribe. And so in the past, I have been a people pleaser, and um, just being a people pleaser gives me the experience of what it takes to release some of that. Because there are a lot of people who go through people pleasing, who maybe they are a perfectionist, maybe they are a procrastinator, and all of those things are the things that can keep you stuck and keep you in your comfort zone. And one of the things that I talked about today was the importance of staying in action, being in action, continuing to take the steps. I started out this video talking about Country Wayne, saying that, and you may know him or not, but he was being interviewed, and the young lady who was interviewing him went through and counted the number of videos that he posted in 1 month, and it was 350. Now granted, listen, I'm sure he has a whole production team, but what it made me start to think about is, what is it that I can do to really put my all into? And also, the same thing for you. I don't know what it is that you think is your calling, what you want to do. Maybe you want to start a business. Maybe you want to write a book. Maybe you want to, whatever it is you want to do, really putting your all into it so that you can reap the benefits of you putting your all into it. Because here's the thing, if you are at a place where you are kind of halfway living your life, you are not really living your life. And so if you are thinking about, let's say, I know a lot of people are at the place where they are thinking about starting a business. And I had a small business, for a brick and mortar business, for 9 years. And it was the most beautiful experience that I could have ever had. I learned so much about myself. I learned so much about other people. I don't know what it is that you are thinking about doing. I say do it. Because what you don't want to do is live a life filled with regrets. You know what I'm saying? You want to, even if you mess up, even if you stumble and fall, you will still be in the process of learning new things, meeting new people, building courage, building tenacity, building all of the things that really help you to be a better person. And if you are, and here's why I say I was so encouraged by the video that I saw for Country Wine. And it is because of how much action he is actually doing. You know, he reminded me a lot of Gary Vee. Do y'all know Gary Vee? Who, to me, is one of the social media gurus of our time. I mean, he is, he's everywhere. I don't care What platform you turn on, Gary Vee is on the platform. And so, not saying that that is who you want to be, but what I am saying is that whatever the thing that you think you are here to do, whatever your purpose is, whatever you feel like, even if there is a problem that you think that you can solve, I call that what your purpose is. If there is a problem that you that you look at in the world and you think I can help with that, that might be part of your purpose. And that is going to be different for all of us. Maybe you are at the place where you want to start a clothing line, or maybe you want to sell candles. Whatever it is that you've been thinking of, dreaming of, planning of doing, do it. Because that's why we are here, to live the lives that we were created to live. And it is going to look different for all of us. What matters is that you are doing the steps to take so that you can live the rest of your life. So let me tell you this. So I graduated from college, but I did not go from high school to college full time. And so it ended up taking me, I know this is unbelievable, but it literally took me 18 years to finish, because I would go take 2 classes, and then, I got married, and then I would stop and take 2 more classes. And then I had a baby, and then I'd stop to raise. I mean, it was a whole thing. And so it ended up taking me a lot longer. And so sometimes when I hear about the college life that people have, when I hear about college days, that is really the one regret that I have. That's the one regret that I'm like, wow, I wish I went to college right out of high school. Now, it took me 18 years to get my bachelor's degree, and I did go on to finish my master's degree, but it took me so much longer. And so I don't want you to live your life with any regrets. I want you to really live, to be honest. Live the life that you were destined to live, because tomorrow is not promised. And even in the talk that I did today, we were talking about purpose. And there is a group of people who need to see you living out your purpose so that they can have the courage to live theirs. There's a group of people who need to see you live your purpose so that they can have the courage to live theirs. And I can remember all of the people who I really admired growing up, who were really doing some of the things that I wanted to do. One of them was Oprah. One of them was, I used to watch Ricky Lake. I loved Iyanla Van Zant. I mean, there were so many people who I was inspired by and really gave me the courage to go after my dreams. And so I don't know what your dream is. I don't know what you feel like your purpose is. Okay, so let me tell you this. So even in the talk that I gave today, I think that there are like three groups of people. There's a group who knows their purpose, living in their purpose, and you when you see them living in your purpose, you're like, okay, they they know exactly why they're here. And then there's a second group who they think they know what their purpose is, but they're not sure. They think they know what their purpose is, but they haven't, they're not working in their purpose, at least not on a consistent basis. And then the third group is the group who has no idea what their purpose is. They have absolutely no idea. And so in each of those groups, there's still some growing that you can do. Of course, the first group, if you know your purpose, that is great. Are you working in your purpose? Are you really standing in your purpose and doing all of the things that you have been created to do? The second group, who knows what their purpose is, but they're not working in their purpose. So it's like, why is that? What is stopping you? Are you too comfortable? Do you think you need more practice? What is it that is keeping you stuck, that is preventing you from taking the steps to live in your purpose? And then the last group is you have no idea what your purpose is. Like you have absolutely no idea. Thank you for the compliment about my hair. They are sister locks and I absolutely love them. And so here's some things that you can do if you have absolutely no idea what your purpose is. One of the things that you can do is to think about your life. Think about the things that you have experienced in your life, the good, the bad, the exciting things, the experiences and the people that have had an impact in your life. That's what you want to think about. And after you write those down, think about why those things impacted you so much and what did those experiences teach you about you. So let's say, okay, so I'll give you an example. So when I was in first of all, I loved Miss Walton's kindergarten class. I loved her class because I felt safe. I felt at home. She let us play. Like it was a beautiful, I can remember she had this really huge life-size dollhouse. It was amazing. And so I remember loving her class. And, so what I learned from that, because of the impact that she had in my life, I realized that there's an aspect of me that likes teaching. Now, when I was younger, I thought I wanted to be a school teacher. No. I realized that my gift is not being in the classroom with young people. What my gift is to teach adults, specifically women, the things that I have learned and help them find their purpose. That's so teachers were an important part of my life growing up. Mr. Walton, Miss Jones, Miss Spahn. I mean, those were the four teachers that really impacted my life. So teachers have always held a special place for me in my life. And so that is what I mean. Like, that was a very impactful experience for me. So if you do not know what your purpose is, one of the ways that you can be open to finding out is to reflect on those things that were impactful for you growing up, the people, the places, and the experiences. And so that is one thing that you can do if you do not know what your purpose is. Another thing that you can do if you don't know what your purpose is, but you really want to find out, is to ask a couple of people who love you, who will be honest with you, and who will tell you the truth. Now they need those three things. They need to care about you. They'll need to be honest with you, and also they're going to tell you the truth. You're going to ask them, what do they think your gifts are? And you might be surprised. You might be surprised what you hear the people who you care about and you are going to be honest with you and who love you. You might be surprised at what they say. Because a lot of times, what we think our gift is may be totally different than what other people think our gift is. Because a lot of times, other people have a way of seeing something in us that we don't yet see. And so, those are some of the things that you can do if you're curious about what your purpose is. It takes some reflection, it takes some remembering, it takes you really thinking about and reflecting over your life so that you can really put the look, I'm working a puzzle. Okay? So that you can literally put the pieces of your life together. This is what it looks like. So you have your life, and then it's like, okay, how do all these pieces fit in together? That's what you're doing when you are thinking about your life, reflecting about your life, and then you're like putting oh, like that's why teachers mean so much to me. Oh, that's why. So you really want to think about, let me block this person. Let me see who else I need to block. Let me block this person. This person. Who else? This person. I'm just going through and blocking people. Let me see, who else do I need to block? This person. Let me see, who else? This person. Let's see. This person. This person. Okay. You know, sometimes you got to do that so you can have a little peace. Okay? Let me see. Who else? Is there anybody else? Sorry, y'all. I had to go through and block some people because it was a lot of noise in here. Let's see. Let's see who else I need to block. Okay. Okay, so now they got rid of a lot of people. Let me see. Okay. Okay, now I think I might be able to continue what I was saying. Let me see. So it's so interesting. So, you know, I have probably gone live more in this past week than I have since I had the YouTube channel, because I really want to see how far this can go. But I'm also learning so much about the platform. And so it's all very interesting. So I was giving you some see, now I know what to do. I can just, there we go. So I was giving you some things that you can do. I used to watch Ricky Lake. I used to watch Ricky Lake. And so when you are reflecting over your life, you are really like looking for the pieces of the puzzle. And you're going to be putting together like, oh, that's why teachers were, for me, that's why teachers were so impactful. They were so impactful because as I got older, I would become a teacher. And so when you are, okay, so let me tell you, you are not going to believe this story. So I help people find their purpose. And so the guy who I work for in his company, he told me a story. He did a workshop. We do workshops too. He did a workshop helping people find their purpose. And there was a guy in the workshop who he had been in an accident, and he had lost his arm. And so he had I don't know the correct name of it, but he had a prosthetic that looked like, what are they called? I don't want to call it, is it a claw? What is it called? You know what I'm saying. Anyway, so he had a prosthetic on his hand because he had lost a part of his arm. A hook. Thank you. A claw. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. And so when the workshop was over, he came up to Dave and was like, hey, this was so impactful. I think I know what my purpose is. And then he goes on to tell him that years later, his father, the guy who was wearing the claw, his father had also lost his hand in an accident. And when his father lost his hand, many years before his son, I don't even know if his son was born, he developed this prosthetic that was a claw. Now think about that. You are in an accident. You create and manufacture something that will support you in moving through life, which is this prosthetic claw. Years later, your son loses his arm and uses the claw that you created. I'm telling you, I was like, I, I could not believe it. I mean, I was so, it was so impactful. And it's like, it's so interesting. That's what I mean about your purpose may be tied to a pain in your life, a suffering in your life that you have gone through. And so, in that instance where this dad had lost his hand and he created and manufactured these claws, and years later, what he had created, his son would also end up using. I mean, I was like, oh my God. Now just think, if the dad had never created and manufactured the claw, he would not, and his son would not have the thing that they needed to support themselves. So listen, I'm telling you, that's why pain is an interesting motivator. You are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. I just was like, that was probably the most impactful story that I have heard about your purpose. That is probably the most impactful story that I have heard about purpose. I mean, and then his son, I don't know, I can't remember exactly what his son's purpose was, but it was like he believes that his purpose is helping people overcome trauma in some way. And I was just like, wow, that was very interesting. And so I suggested to Dave, who owns the company, I was like, you need to have both of them on your podcast, because that is an amazing story, especially of the importance of finding your purpose. So listen, I don't know what your purpose is. I don't know. But what I do know is that we need you in this world, either finding, stepping into, or living in your purpose. Like, we really need that from you. Because it's going to take everybody living in their purpose, doing what only they can do. That is what is really going to impact everybody, because there is literally a group of people who have a problem that only you can solve. Like, you are the only person who can help them overcome what they're going through, because you have also gone through it. And so I really want you to like consider, what is, like, if, and I know this is so cliche, but if you didn't have to worry about any money and you could do something that could help the world, what would it be? What would it be? What would you do? What would it be? Because there are so many. Here's the thing, we all have a unique purpose. And we all have a unique purpose because we have all gone through different experiences. And because we have all gone through different experiences, that means that we all have a unique gift. So let me give an example. So I talk about my sister all the time. So my sister is a fabulous, dynamic interior decorator. Now that's not what she does. That's not what she does. That's not where she gets her coins from. But when I tell you, I don't care if it's a Christmas tree, I don't care if it's a kitchen, if it is a house, I don't care what it is. She can decorate it and it look like it needs to be on television. So, even though she still works her job, her passion is interior decorating. The fact that she knows it and she does it, she helps other people decorate their tree when Christmas. I mean, it's like, and she gets so happy and so excited, and I love seeing her so happy. We all have that special something that we do like nobody else. We have that certain something that when we do it, we lose time. We don't know what time it is. We love it. We are in the zone. Like, we absolutely love it. That is the thing that is really important for you and why you need to step into your purpose. So, I started out this video by saying, I started out, the reason why I decided to come on live was because two reasons. Two of the most savvy social media people that I know are Gary Vee. And the second one was I was on another platform. And this person was being interviewed. His name is Country Wayne. And she said that she counted the number of videos that he recorded in 1 month. And it was 350. Now, I'm not saying that because I want you to say 350 because I want you to record 350. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that because I want you to really step into the thing that you were created to do. That's why. I really want you to step into it unapologetically, do the thing that you were created to do, step into it with confidence. Even if you don't know how to do it, act like you know how to do it. Really, because that is what this life is for. That's why we're here. We are here to live and to use our gifts, our skills, and our talents. And so, one of the ways that you can do that is by living in your purpose. And so, here's the thing about living in your purpose. When you first start doing it, it may feel uncomfortable. And, it's interesting because nowadays, most businesses that you have, social media has to be some sort of a part of that. And I know for some people, they just don't want to, they just don't, and I get it. I get it because it's it's in its own zip code. I'm telling you, it's its own animal. And so, but I also think that staying in your comfort zone, sometimes that is not the best place to be. I am of the belief that you should challenge yourself, that you should stretch, that you should really do the thing that you think that you're not ready to do. Like start before you're ready, jump, get in, it's progress over perfection. You know, that, really taking a chance and taking a chance on you. That is what is going to get you from where you are to where you desire to be. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for the loves. I appreciate it. All the likes. I appreciate it. Hello. I'm so excited to be on live with you. This is the longest that I have been on live, so it's really exciting. So I'm kind of learning the tricks of the trade, and learning. One thing I'm learning is how to block people from my channel. That's one thing I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? Because I am like, oh my gosh, sometimes the comments are very interesting. And I have learned that I just do not engage. That's just me. I don't know what anybody else does on their channel, but I just block from a channel and keep it moving. That's what I do. So we were talking about purpose, and I was really encouraging you to take a chance. Listen, you gotta know how to block. You do? I was like, oh my gosh, well, now this is exciting. See, here goes another one. I mean, I just, and I have to give it to YouTube. They make it so easy. They just like hide it from the whole channel. And so, thank you so much, Sid. It's so funny you mentioned stories because I was getting ready to say I took a class on storytelling, but I bought the class. I bought the training on storytelling. And so that's one of the things that I am going to go back and infuse into my talks and my YouTube channel because I know I like stories. And if I just think that if I like stories, other people like stories. And I also realize that there is a way to do it because okay, so let me give you an example. I can't think of the young lady's name of her course that I bought, but it was interesting because I was like, well, I really don't have any interesting stories to tell. And but then in her training, she was like, and I know you're probably thinking you don't have any interesting stories to tell. So then I was like, so then she kind of, I printed off everything, but she goes through this whole process of helping you uncover that you really do have a lot of interesting stories about your life that you can tell. And so that's one of the things. So my goal was to take 2 trainings every month. So I took 2 in February, and then I'm gonna do the story. I better hurry up because the month is half gone. But I'm gonna take this training on telling stories, and so because it's a really big thing. I mean, it really keeps people's attention, and people are nosy like me, and they want to find out what the story is about. How does it end? And so that's one of the things that I'm doing. Let me see, what else did I want to say? I talked about the importance of stepping out of your comfort zone. Hey, Belize. I talked about It's interesting. Um, Not that everybody is interested in social media, but it is interesting to me how much it has changed over the course. It's interesting because when I grew up, we used to watch TV, and then we got like a Walkman. You know what I'm saying? And then the iPods came out and the computer. And so it's so interesting how things have changed over the course of just my life. And so I I was born many years ago. I was born in 1968. And so I did a talk a couple weeks ago, and I went through and did the research. Yep, the good old days. I'm telling you. Oh my gosh. I'm telling it has totally been an evolution. Yes, the Walkman. Y'all remember the Walkman? It's so funny. I think I have an old, they had the iPods, they were real little when they started out and then they got a little bit bigger. Anyway, I think I have both of those still. I just kept them. But when I was born in 1968, eggs were 36 cents. It was either 36 or 38. I think they were 38 cents a carton. I mean, 38 cent, yeah, 38 cents a carton. And milk was 36 cents a gallon. Let me see. You could get a new car. This was in 1968. Yep, 56. In 1968, you could get a new car for under $3,000, and you could buy a new house for. I had a walk. I know it. I had a Walkman too. I had a Walkman too. You could get a new house for under $18,000. That was in 1968. Listen, I'm telling you. Yep. Yep. Remember, God made you in his image. Wonderful. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. I received that. And so it's just interesting, like how much things have changed and grown. And, even social media, like even on YouTube, I don't really want to start. I don't really want to. Man, yes, I went to the Black Expo back into that probably. I don't remember the year, but I did. But I used to go. Yes, I used to go all the time. It was wonderful. And so, okay, let me do this right here too. And so it's just interesting how much things have changed over the years. And so remember, I'm trying to think, help me remember when YouTube first came out, was it like clips of something? My phone was ringing. I can't remember. But now it's YouTube University. You can go to YouTube and figure out how to do absolutely anything. So it's so, and now they have shorts. I just found out, I don't know how long they've had photos that you can upload, but I'm like, okay, they got photos, you can go live. And so it's very interesting how that whole process, the founder recorded himself in the park. Oh, wow. Clips at the time were limited to one. Oh my gosh, that is insane. I'm telling you, and now look, you could go live for 48 hours a day. Okay, so let's do this. Listen, I love to hide this from your channel. Um, so anyway, so many things have changed, and so I'm not telling you to do anything that I do not do. I am stepping it up. I am being more intentional on my social media, increasing it more often. going live more, putting up video. Everything that I am suggesting that you do, I am also doing because I want to live my best life. I really want to do everything that I was created to do. I want to impact, and you can too. You can impact the number of people that you really want to do. You can help change the lives of other people who you were created that you were created to touch. And so I really want you to think about, even if it's one thing that you could do, one thing that you could do today or tomorrow that you have been putting off doing. And then see what happens. And the next day, do one more thing. And the next day, do one more thing. That's what it takes. You getting out of your comfort zone, taking steps, being in action. And who knows? Pretty soon, you just may be living the life of your dreams. So I cannot believe I have been on here for 51 minutes. This is the longest that I have ever. This was the longest that I have ever been on YouTube Live. I'm so proud. Listen, I'm so proud of myself. Sometimes you just gotta be like, I am proud of me. This is the first time. This is the first